Sarah Bork.
Holly Gagne.
Barbara Breaker.
Frank Todd.
Stephen Cabot.
All present. I'd like to welcome our guests.
Good evening. Thank you.
The minutes.
You're honey. We're going to have a meeting. We've been on vacation for like 2 months.
You did it. Okay. I remind you all we're on television, so be on your best behavior. Okay, number 1 on the agenda is Michael Sabatini, owner of the Bradstreet Farm. He's seeking approval for window replacement of an old aluminum to new wood window on Old Barn.
Yes, sir.
Proposal to add new window on the old barn on the rear elevation. You're going to provide drawings.
Yes, sir.
Discuss more flooring replacement in the old barn.
Yes.
Okay, discuss scheduling field visit to inspect progress on ongoing projects. Okay. John, you and I are non-congress matters. I'm in the butter and he's the electrician.
Oh.
Sarah,
Okay.
you're in charge.
Thanks. Thank you, Frank. Okay, sure. Oh, okay. Yep, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, so. Dig up. I'm just going to go ahead.
Okay.
Start. What I'm going to do is I'm going to try to dig up a little bit more reference so that Holly understands where this is, because this is a very zoomed in photo.
That's right.
But I know from my site visit photos, I don't have the best ones, but at least I can
Right.
provide her with a little bit more context, because Barbara and I were out on the site, so we're a little bit more familiar with this, but for everybody's reference.
Maybe on the last time I was here a few months ago, I've not seen anything like that.
And I didn't bring
Okay.
that with me, but let me just see
Okay.
what I have from
So then,
a while back.
I'll start while you're looking at your picture.
Yeah.
The narrative of this is it's the old barn on the property as opposed to the L, which is the extension off the back. In the late 70s, early 80s, and into the 80s, the previous owners did 2x4 construction on the inside of the building. They built stalls and storage areas. A couple times ago, I was here, we talked about some of the left-hand stalls on the inside, and I'm working my way down the wall, down from the left side down to the right side of the building. What you're looking at in this front picture, that was actually a door of this barn eons ago. It's an English barn where you can go into the 2 front red doors and out the back.
Right.
This is the right-hand side. There was a big 8-foot door there eons ago. They've since boarded it up with 2x4 construction on the inside, and they put that Anderson aluminum windowing. I've already received permission to change the siding on that, but overlooked the window. Forgot about it entirely. So when we got ready to think about the spring coming up to get ready to renovate and do that back wall, would be other door. I forgot about it, and since I'm here, it's an old 80s Anderson type aluminum window, and the glass is actually more horizontal than it is vertical, and I know that's not appropriate, so I wanted to change it and put a better wood window in.
I'm looking for the, here we go.
Here you go.
Right? Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
perfect.
So that's this.
Now that leaks, as you can see from that picture, all the water. And that used to be a big dump on all the trees there when I first bought it. So in the inside, it's all muddy, and that's when the floor rotted. So I talked about time too. You had the segue of the repairing some rotten floors
Right.
with that window.
So this window will be changing out to a wood,
Yes.
but you're going to propose to change this elevation, right?
Yes.
To a,
So I
wait,
gave
you
you-
got an extra photo.
I think you got it in it too.
No, I
Maybe
got
not?
I got a drawing.
I think you're on here. No, it's in, it goes forward, like the
Yeah.
fourth one is,
Oh, it keeps.
Yeah.
No, I don't. Not me.
oh,
I did it.
here.
Oh wait. Yeah, it does.
Yeah, there you
it's
go.
just out
Yeah.
of order. Okay, I got it.
Computer
Okay.
didn't like it either.
All right.
So I gave you some
Yeah.
options and different drawings on different options. Now going to the windows. This is a more,
This is the Brosco.
right, these are the Brosco cut sheet is in there.
Yeah.
So this is a more vertical than it is horizontal on the glass. They did this. They did that in aluminum. That's what's there now. I believe it should be either this or
Well,
Are there any
But-
other windows
yeah.
on that side?
you have one here. Let me try to blow it up. But the placement's different, Mike, down here. So let's zoom in, right? So on the interior, how does this affect your light situation? You're going to be bringing more light in, yeah?
I'm trying to, yes.
Okay, so see the size of this window? So it's more in keeping with what, yeah.
Yep.
So I think if you change the direction to be more of a linear window, I mean,
Vertical.
God, thank you. I think, yeah, I think it's gonna look odd on that side.
Oh, because that one's vertical glass. Those.
What's the sizing on this? So it's a 2-foot 3 window. Are they awnings?
That is. That's a crank out.
Right here, and
No,
this,
those are fixed. I just need to
oh, okay, this one here, these will be fixed
Yeah.
windows? Just for light?
Yes. I brought this style because that is there.
Actually, isn't that 3, it's like,
it's 3/3.
yeah, it's a 3/3. So
No,
it's
the bottom one is,
Yeah.
yeah,
but not the one that they put in.
no, I know, but if this, you put in this,
Yes.
a year ago.
Yes.
So we're talking about, that there needs to be some kind of relationship
Oh,
and
okay.
scale, right? So I think I understand what you're trying to do. You're trying to increase the size of what's there now and kind of match it with a 4
Right.
light, but actually you have a 3/3.
I have those options, but I didn't think you'd want that one option, so I
Well,
didn't
it's
bring it
already,
in.
well, it's already here though, Mike.
Okay.
That was, is that what you're,
Yeah.
I mean, that's kind of,
You had another picture that was like further out in your collection.
I
Can
did.
you go back to the thumbnail?
all right, let me see.
Oh yeah, that was.
I just zoomed out, I just
Okay.
zoomed in on it so that we could see the,
So that's much bigger.
yeah, it's bigger too.
Oh, which one are we talking about replacing, the one closer to the ground?
The
No.
one that's up.
The one that's
higher
up.
The
higher.
aluminum one.
Okay, I can't help.
This one, Steven.
Okay, yeah, I see the picture, I was just trying to figure out
I
where it
know,
was.
and
And
the
replacing
scale.
it with 3 windows, right?
Yeah,
that's-
replacing with the
Oh, I
3.
see.
So that's the only one up there?
Yes.
Yeah.
That used to be a door, Stephen,
Okay,
in the old days.
so it's basically two windows.
So, here, isn't this that almost what's there now?
Yes.
Right. And then he has one of these down in the foundation.
Yeah. I'd rather not see 3 types, I'd rather see 2 types.
Okay,
You know,
perfect.
just for continuity of design.
I agree, but I brought these in because that's what they
Yeah,
had,
no, I think that's better.
and so I thought you'd.
Yeah, because this is what you've got right
Yeah.
here, that's the example.
Mm-hmm.
So this is the one you've already put in. What's on the front? So we've got 1/1s over here.
Mm-hmm.
And you got that one over
Yeah,
here too.
yeah,
So
yeah.
it shows up
Yeah.
again. So I'm feeling like that's going to be the 3/3.
Great.
And then they show up again on the front.
Yeah.
See them there?
Yeah.
So I think
He's getting
I think it's more consistent
Great.
if we
He's
went
getting
with
there.
that. I don't think I have any more. I actually think, Mike, that your proposal, your design will look nice there. It's such a large side elevation that I think the 3 windows will look nice there.
So you're gonna go from 1 window to 3 windows?
Yeah.
Are you trying to fit it within, what is this line here?
Oh yeah. What
Is
is
See
that
that
another
line?
door?
Yeah.
The reason why I did that, they did 2x4 construction. I think I put a picture in there somewhere. And I don't want to go outside their 2x4 construction
Yeah.
and touch any.
So the 3 would be too wide, I think.
Doing 3 of the 3.
Yeah.
If I
over
do 3, I have to stay within. I
Yeah.
choose to stay within that envelope
Yeah.
because I don't want to touch any
Right.
old wood. I don't mind cutting 2x4s that they put in 30 years ago, but I don't want to touch any old elements.
Right.
preservation?
Right.
So I try to show you the parameters of representing where the garage, essentially, the door was on the inside. And this is-
So
So would you do 2
I
windows?
gave you a picture to show you the
2 windows?
2x4 from the inside. Should be in there.
okay.
So that the
Yeah,
left
'cause
thing?
this is smaller
I think
than this.
it
I
might
think
be
2.
too tight.
Yeah.
Yeah, you mean I might end up going, if it's a 3/3, I might have to go to 2 windows.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
And I agree with that,
I think that'll get.
because I 3/3 will be, is bigger
Well, it's-
volume,
Right, yes. We get more.
and I just stay within that envelope and I'm happy. So again, I don't want to touch anything that's old.
I don't.
Makes
It's going
sense.
to be too hard for you to do that.
Right, and then what?
Yeah.
So that's why
Okay, I understand.
I wrote that.
So 3/3 wood windows within the boundaries of the
This
2x4 construction
right,
line.
it's right.
Got it. Okay. You will do the same level of trim as you have in the basement window. It will mimic that.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. These are fixed, non-operable.
Correct.
Okay.
Good.
We're okay with this? Okay. 2, 3/3. All right. Next.
The water and the ice issue over the front barn, so I'll ask it, since my pictures didn't come in.
Oh yeah, that was the gutter, right?
That better be my fault. You had a picture of the front.
I do, yeah, I have one. Let's see.
Archives is great. There you go.
Which door, here?
It doesn't matter, they're both doing the same problem. You can see how the water comes off and bounces, and then it comes to the bottom, and then it freezes, and I can't open the doors.
Yeah, okay. So the gutter will go above this
It'll go across that
trim?
trim.
Okay.
I'll do what I did on the side, which is the colored gutter we did on the side of the building, and you don't even notice it because it's the same as the trim color.
Where's the water gonna go?
I'm going to let it go down into there's flowers on the end and in the middle.
I don't have anything. Do I?
And I do not, and I'm asking, kind of telling, I don't want downspout because I don't want a pipe in front of the barn.
Right.
I don't mind that it drips away.
Yeah.
It's more important not to have ice or the doors freeze, but I don't want to stick a scuffer and downspouts in front of the building. So if it drips off into the barn,
I
I
don't know
don't
if
care.
you can, actually.
But do that?
I don't know if you can. We'd have to check.
Okay.
But it doesn't seem like that you want to do that for this.
I'm just trying to keep the water off.
How is there any dripping on the handicap accessible?
Yes, that's the other one. That's the one that's been freezing mostly.
Yeah. That's the one that you need to solve that one. That's dangerous. And you think just the gutter is going to take away the water from the entryway?
Yes, absolutely. You can see the slope of the roof comes right down,
Okay.
and there's no upper gutter, and there's no
Right.
there's no kick on the top. So you
And
can
that
see.
one you'll pitch towards the animals?
That's right.
Okay.
Right on that right-hand window, there's a flower bed. There's bark mulch and flower bed. That's the one on the left is actually a center window, and there's a flower bed and bark mulch right there. And if you see how it lines up, it would drip basically right into the flower bed. And where water is expensive in town, if I save it and let it drip into the flowers, so be it.
Okay. All right. That's a sustainable solution. Water and flowers.
Trying to be good all around.
Okay.
You can see how the water comes off the building and bounces and ruins everything.
What is the gutter going to be? Is it going to be wood?
It was, I don't know, probably in this one, in this case it probably should be wood. Just do one 20-foot length as opposed to what we did in the back.
I think.
Then I'll just oil it inside and paint the
I
outside.
think you're going to have to.
That's a better idea. Plus I can get 20
20-foot
lengths
I
in
think.
everybody.
Let's be real. I know this is preservation agreement.
that's a
and
good
I think-
idea.
I think we should. And I think in the guidelines, even in the district guidelines, which doesn't really apply to you, there is wood gutters.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but there are. So yeah, I think we should. You know, it's nice.
This is an important item.
I think so. We'll be visible. Let's do it, and it'll be less of a thing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Wood or copper,
Great. What it is.
your choice. I'm okay with either one, wood or copper. Those are the
Yeah.
Those are the two choices according to our guidelines. Okay, let's go with that. See what it is. Okay,
And you can leave that picture up if you don't mind.
okay.
So on that picture,
Yeah.
the other entrance, I've already rebuilt the entrance. The first 30 inches or 36 inches, the right-hand door, the left-hand door.
I may have it.
I've done that
Ah!
entrance.
There, right?
Yes, I've done that entrance. I have not done the other side. And now I want to do, I fixed the big section, I have pictures of that we talked about in this building. But I want to do the entrance to that right-hand door, which is right at the first few boards.
So wait, this is a new item? Is this on the agenda?
Yeah, I wrote it here.
Your agenda, not mine.
I thought we, about the additional,
Well, so,
floor repair.
Oh, floor,
oh,
yeah.
floor repair, okay,
Yeah.
I'm thinking this is the door.
No.
Oh, okay,
Okay.
all right, I'm
No,
sorry,
I'm
I was
saying-
very confused.
I'm sorry, just
You said,
inside,
leave that picture.
right, just inside this door here, the left,
Yeah,
I've
yeah.
already repaired the floor.
Okay,
I have not repaired the right-hand door, just inside,
On the floor, just inside the floor.
yes, on the floor. So I want to do that. Those, you know,
these are,
gaping holes.
this all moved, this doesn't
Yes.
exist anymore, right? Because this is, we did this last time.
True.
Right, and this is the L. So I don't think I have a picture of the inside of that. We were more focused on the garages when we were there.
Yep, and the water.
And the water,
Yeah.
yeah, the water feature that you had. Okay, so that's all I've got, but need to get more when we go out. So in and around, on the other side of this, here, we want to repair this flooring, yeah?
Yes, straight ahead.
What- Oh, this whole way,
Nope.
this way down? No,
Nope, just
coming in, this way.
when you face the barn,
Yeah,
right-hand door.
got it. Right in front of the door.
Yep, just as you open the door, the first 30 or so inches.
Okay. Because this part, from that diagram, this part had been done, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep,
So now we're going, like here,
yep,
we're fixing this part now.
yes.
Okay.
To the far right.
Okay.
That's
Do you,
this is the left-hand
will
side.
you do me a favor though?
This is the left-hand side.
Okay, will you do me a favor? You
Mhm.
know the diagram that you've been using? Can you find the diagram?
Yes, I know which one you
and
mean.
can you mark it out
Sure.
where it is now? So that way I know what April 5th, what that is going to look
What
like.
we added, right.
What we added to
Okay.
the ongoing
Mhm.
section of replacement.
Right, because I've been shifting down the building a little at a time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Now I'm to the
complicated.
and now I'm to the far right.
So I think a diagram would be just helpful where we're doing things.
So two spots
Yep,
just inside that right-hand door
yep,
and under that window that I want to replace. Because that would have been a door going out the other side. Yes,
okay.
that would have been the other door. And because all the water came in when it was a door, it's all rotten.
Yeah.
Okay.
What do you
And that-
replace it with? Do you have extra boards or?
Herrick sawmill,
Okay.
milling out all the floor.
Okay.
Those boards are full 2-inch rough sawn. This one side is roughly 36 inches by 12 feet, and the other one's 30 inches by 13 feet. If you think it really matters, but it's right in that range.
Okay. You, what else?
Nothing, I just need a new drawing now. showing
Yeah, I
the
want the
six-
diagram. I think it would be helpful.
I need a new
And
drawing.
then file, and then what I'll do is put it with the permit that will go to Ken Ward. That way it keeps everybody on, we're all on the same page,
Mhm.
you know, so it helps to organize the building permits and everything. And then when you come back, at least I can have it with
Sure.
me and have it part of the discussion always. I'd even make a digital file of it, right, to keep it, and you can always pull it up. Okay, so those two, three items. We've got the window,
Yep.
we've got the gutters,
Mhm.
and we have the flooring for
Right.
tonight.
That's it.
Okay, I appreciate this package. This is really well organized.
And that's, you wrote something about an update on what we've done.
Yeah.
So that's the big section, which is to the left. What you're looking at right now, to the left.
This one?
Oh, go back a picture. Right there, stop.
Yep.
The left-hand side is what this is.
Okay. And where did the display move there?
It's
Did it-
all there now.
Okay, it all moved. So when we open the door, it should be tucked in over here on the left.
Yes.
Okay.
So this is what the floor looks like, and then this is us
Oh, it looks
buffing
nice.
in the stain, we
Yeah,
appreciate
that's
that.
nice.
This is the new section, kind of buffing in to make it look like the old section.
Great.
Wow, that's nice.
Takes a while to get it.
Okay.
So, that's it.
Okay, so any other questions or
No questions? One item.
comments? What?
A date, somewhere down the road.
Yeah, that was the other agenda. My agenda item was to schedule a field visit just to go through and inspect what's been going on. Because it's been, I would say, since like the fall, right?
Yep.
You've been kind of frequent flyer recently with ongoing projects. So it'd be nice to see what's going on. The last time we were out there was May of 17, so yeah, it's been a while. So let's make it,
Maybe 2 years.
yeah, so let's look at our calendars. Do you have a particular, I know you have events going on,
We
so
do, so
what are some block out
So
times?
if you're thinking weekends, no, you shouldn't.
I don't know. I mean,
Well,
we're
we can
in
even go on
town.
a Thursday
Yeah,
evening.
we're
or-
in town here,
Okay.
so,
So weekdays are better,
yeah. Yeah,
if you
sure.
want to try that. And then I'm going,
Thursday is a good suggestion, because, yeah. Yeah,
and so starting in May, because I'm going to Italy next week.
okay. May's good.
So
That
start-
works.
So
Yeah.
starting sometime into May. Plus it'll be lighter out later. and
So the
you won't be in a
9th
rush.
Yeah,
May
that
9th
great.
is after the 2nd, which we should have our next board meeting. We could just book the time, and it shouldn't be a very long visit. I don't see us being there more than
Can
an
we go
hour.
at 6 and then come here at 7? Or?
Um,
No.
I don't know. You've got the hours at the.
Well, that's okay. I can leave at 5 or whatever.
We could do that. May
Sure.
May
She knows the
2nd.
owner.
Pardon me?
She knows the owner.
Oh, yeah. That's true.
May
I do.
2nd is it would be like 6, and
Yeah,
then
come
we
at
could
6
come.
and then come here at 7.
Okay. Sure.
That makes sense.
Is that okay
Makes
with
it
you,
easy.
Stephen?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sounds
So
simple.
May 2nd, which is Thursday, and we will say 6 p.m. for the field visit. And I will put it in my calendar, and I'll make sure and I'll send everybody.
A reminder would be great.
Yes, of course I will.
Okay.
Field visit. At 6. That's nice. Then we can just come right here. That was a good suggestion. Okay. All right. Anything else that is not an agenda item that you feel that you want to bring up now?
Right, yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Check my pictures real quick.
These were all the things we through our email discussion that we were going to discuss tonight.
This just shows the 2x4s on the inside.
Yeah.
This is what we were working on when we stopped. Shows the frame,
Yeah. Okay.
but it used to be a door.
Right.
That's it.
So that's where the 2 windows are going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
2 windows. Okay, so I'm going to review the list for the members. So we are going to approve the replacement and the proposed new design of the 2 3/3 wood Blasco windows to be located within the boundaries of the 2x4 construction line as noted in our package. And these windows are fixed, non-operable. Same level of trim should match the window down below. We agree to that. Item number 2, adding gutters above the barn doors. Gutter will be wood. You agree, Mrs. Sabatini?
Yes.
Yes,
I
okay.
put wood already.
Okay, good. And then item number 3, we have 2 areas of more ongoing flooring replacement. One will be in front of the main handicap accessible door in the immediate entrance area. Yeah?
Yes,
Okay, and then slightly beyond that, or am I going this way?
the other way.
Okay, you need that diagram.
Okay.
All right, get that diagram to me, because that's how I'm going to submit that with your permit. And then the fourth thing and last thing is May 2nd, Thursday evening, 6 p.m., your place for a field inspection.
Yes.
Okay. May I have a motion for all of those items, please?
Yeah, I'd like a motion for the items.
Oh, thank you, Stephen.
I'll second that motion.
Thank you, Holly. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Thank you, Mike.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen.
Diagram, please. Get it to me so I can get it to Ken Ward and get you your building permit for Monday.
Do you want the window first or no?
Do I want the window?
Yeah, do you want to look at one before I pick one?
No. Oh no, we decided.
We didn't pick the window. We just said two.
Yeah, we're going to go the 3/3.
Correct.
This one, here.
But did you need the drawing of the two windows inside?
I just have to
or-
pick
you
the
know what?
size.
Yeah.
You should submit it. You should submit it.
Pick the size, make the drawing, send it to
Yeah,
you.
yeah, please. And when I get that, then I'll send everything on to Ken so you can get your permit.
Thanks.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Appreciate it. See ya.
Bye.
Yeah.
Okay. May I please have a motion, because there are no more agenda items for the Historical Commission, so I'd like to adjourn this meeting. So may I have a motion to adjourn the Historical Commission, please?
I'll make a motion to adjourn the historical. Hysterical.
Thank you, Holly.
I'll
Okay.
second that.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Miss Barbara.
That emotion.
Yeah. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Thank you. Motion carries. Mr. Chairman, would you like to open the Historic District Commission meeting and begin with our first applicant?
I'll take a motion to open the Historic District Commission meeting.
Motion to open.
I'll second that. No, I'll make the motion. What should I do? I'll make the motion and you'll second it,
Just
okay?
go around and
On
around.
second base. Okay.
We're a little rusty, Sarah.
Yeah, I know. It's been, we've been on vacation for 3 months.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes.
Motion passes.
Okay. Now we're 4 Independence Street. Applicant, contractor Richard Berry, representing homeowner Jonathan Bennett.
Hi, guys. Come on up. It's good to see you.
Aye.
Applicant is seeking approvals to repair and replace exterior trim where required on the house. Install new roofing with a GAF Timberline architectural shingles color, charcoal. To install 2 Velux VSS M06 solar skylights on the east side elevation, Main Street. Okay, I'll open the meeting.
Good evening. My name's Richard Berry. This is Jonathan Bennett, Rico Vertica.
Aye.
They're the owners of 4 Independent Road, which I went to the Historic Commission today at the library
You
to
did.
see if there were any pictures. And that was, I ended up spending an hour reading one of Jewett's books, looking at all of the pictures and realizing that the main road used to be called Bay Road, and that where all the houses were. So it was really fun. But what was also interesting is that their house is in the historic district, but it's not a historic house. The one at the end of the house, and at the end of the street, which is the funeral home, is listed, and the one to their left, which is the brown house right at the corner, that's listed. So it was very interesting. I thought they might be listed. Maybe there would be something in there. there were no pictures, which was too bad. The pictures of the common showed all of the beautiful elm trees, which was really cool. I lived in Saugus, and I remember growing up and having canopies on all the streets. You probably remember that. I'm a little older than you guys. But anyway, they want to return the house to its original condition. There's some significant rot in certain areas of the fascia and soffit.
I have digital, but we'll go analog and digital
Great.
tonight.
Yep. So if you don't, so this is the yellow house that just as you turn onto Independent Road, which interestingly enough was never an official street until years recently. But this is a picture of the house, so you all can recognize it. You probably drive by it all the time.
It's your
That's the
neighbors.
front.
I know.
Front of the house. You can pass those around just to have a look at them. So there are freeze boards, there are fascias,
great
there are
house.
soffits, which are the white trim on the house that are showing some deterioration. So what we'd like to do is do an assessment, where possible, repair it, and where it's required to replace it, we'll replace it with wood, interestingly enough. The clients have chosen not to do any composite material, plastic, although that seems to be the new direction people are going in, but they want to maintain the integrity and the historic nature of the house, so that we're committed to doing wood, and it'll be, the replacement will be wood. There are some details on the house that you probably see in the pictures. It appears that those are in pretty good condition, but we won't know until we get up there and really investigate. If there were issues with them, I seriously don't think that they would end up having to be totally removed and replaced. But if they were, we would replace them with something that's exactly the same. We have people that can pretty much make anything. If we find that it's not a condition that requires total replacement, then we would be using a filler, a composite filler, not composite in the sense of plastic, but just a wood filler, and then preparing the house for paint. Their intention is to paint the house the same color white. It would
The trim. The trim.
the trim is white. The house is yellow and it's aluminum siding. So at some point they're planning on they're planning on removing that, but that's not part of this conversation today. So the house will stay yellow, but the white trim will be replaced, and then where necessary, that trim will be painted. So that's pretty straightforward. It's the whole house, it's the east, west, north, and south sides that we would be investigating and then repairing, and then of course painting. The other request was to include 2 skylights. They're doing a remodel of their daughter's bedroom. It has one window in it, and on the east side, which is not visible from the street.
What happened?
You can't see it from the street, really.
You have yellow.
Excuse me?
All 3 streets.
You can't see it from
Yeah.
Burke or Independence.
Right.
And
Well, it's on the opposite side of Burke. Independent Road is that cut through. It's really not Bay Road, it's the cut through. And as you turn on that corner, you see the porch area, and it's above the porch, but it's set back. It's actually
See it
set
from
back.
the road that goes to the condominiums that's
Morphew
parallel to the driveway.
Lane.
yeah.
Is that what you're talking about?
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
right
exactly. Yeah,
On that side,
that's right.
right there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
So there's one window. It's a knee wall kind of situation. They're not approaching you folks to put a dormer or anything like that. But 2 solar skylights with shades would be ideal, and give their daughters light.
I went on VLux to look at this, so I want to show the members what the solar VSSMO.
I actually have this for you, Sarah.
Oh, you did?
Cool.
Perfect. I don't even need to
Okay.
Google
So
it. But there's a
basically-
video. Did you watch the
We
video?
actually, yeah.
I did. It's right.
These are they're charcoal. Simple as that. So they blend right in. Obviously it's glass. Sometimes you'll drive by and you'll see skylights that have what looks like a blue colored glass. That's a very unusual glass that some people put in, they don't want it to, if they're concerned about like branches hitting it and breaking them, so. But this is just standard glass. And on the inside, there'll be shades because just to cut down on the light when they want to. They're solar, so they close in the sun. They close if there's rain, which is really cool if you've never had the newest, latest, greatest skylights. They don't require him.
Yeah.
No electricity. They just,
They close in the rain,
yeah,
like
they
on
have
their
a, they have a
own,
little tiny itty bitty solar panel on the
like a
bottom.
sensor.
Yeah, here
Yeah.
it is.
Yeah,
Here it is.
Wow.
See?
but
The ones
they
I've done,
blend in.
the sensors actually.
I don't think I can
Yeah.
do the sound. There's no sound. But I
But
want to
this is
show
the new-
you.
the-
So they show you the whole. You can't hear. Okay, but he talks a lot. Like he does a lot of talking. But this, guys, I wanted to show the members that the actual strip is really quite small. That's the solar strip.
Oh, it's very
that
tiny.
functions
Yeah.
in a battery pack, and so you can see how he puts it in. See, there it is.
Yeah, it just clips on.
And so that energy provides a closing and
The
opening. That's what
operation
Yeah.
that's the operation.
and the
of it.
shades.
So there's no crank or anything.
No
How cool
cranks
is
anymore.
that?
That's great.
How cool!
Yeah.
It's so cool.
And the other thing that's really cool, it's really independent, not independent because the solar panel provides power to a little battery pack. But if any mist at all hits that sensor, there's a sensor.
Yeah, there it is.
There it is.
It closes.
It automatically closes. So
Yeah.
you'll be sleeping and all of a sudden you'll hear your skylight closing because
Because
it's
it's
starting to
raining.
rain.
Yeah.
Right, so you don't have to get up there and do this, or you don't
Yeah.
have all of a sudden you're laying in bed and all of a sudden you're feeling mush,
Right.
so it's fun.
It's really great.
And
there's a
they're
tax
eligible
credit
for
too.
a tax credit, which
Yeah.
is really a benefit.
Yeah, that's great. Super. Okay, so that's how they operate. I just thought they were the coolest thing ever. So, and then when I saw solar, I went, uh-oh. And then, but the actual size of it is so small, and that you really aren't going to see it. It's not a big deal, and it's just really. I don't have a problem with this.
Right.
No.
And it also
Teeny tiny.
operates
Yeah.
the shade too.
Yeah,
You
it's the whole
You just
thing.
have a remote. There's no more electrical necessary.
Everything's going white.
That's the same with that's the same with smoke detectors now. Everything it's like it's gonna be tired.
I wish I had one of those more.
What's the size? Do we have a size on?
Yeah, the ones they're planning on using are MO6s. My apologies for not having that specific information. Let me see if I can pull it up. I think it's 30.
Okay. You can email it to me.
Sure.
I didn't find. To be honest with you, I didn't find it.
Here it is, right here. So it's an MO6 and it's 30 inches wide
Yeah.
by 45 inches tall.
Okay.
So 30 inches by.
40.
I'm pretty good at this. What do you think?
Who needs a measuring tape?
Yeah.
That's my
Okay.
tape measure right there.
Yeah. 30 by 45.
And it'll be two of them,
Two.
side by side? Or,
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
The big concern is that it's going to be in the back and not seen from the street. That's
And they're charcoal, and they match the roof. The roof's really beautiful. It's a beautiful roof.
That building, when I was a kid, used to be the rectory of the Congregational Church.
She knows that.
Parsonage.
And then Hayes Jewett lived there, and he used to be chief of police. So you never know.
I spoke because my name's on there, and they'd love to tell you about what their plan is for the house. But just real quick, Jonathan is a professor. I'm about to finish his PhD. Brilliant writer. Marika is an artist. She's had a recent opening in Boston.
Oh,
She
great.
also teaches music.
Oh.
And she teaches at the Waring School. So
Awesome.
they're committed to the Raleigh community, and they love living here.
We love you.
I thought they
We
moved
love
here to watch
having
ball
you
games on
here.
the
Oh,
pond.
I'd love to see your work.
Yeah.
I hope that I can.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I haven't shown around here.
Cool.
But hopefully.
Great.
Sounds great. There's a gallery right across the street from you now.
There is now. I didn't know there was a gallery there.
Yeah, it's a good.
Oh,
yeah.
the Briar Barn
Yeah,
Inn.
In the main.
The building with
So
Yeah.
it's just a gallery for the owner's sculpture.
Cool.
Oh,
Oh,
very cool.
50 feet off the road.
Yes.
Awesome.
That's very cool. I haven't been over there. Yeah, check
The
it out.
Arts District.
I love it. That's great.
So Sarah, for purposes of our, me
Yeah.
being with you, first of all, thank you for letting us come and visit with you and tell you what we'd like to do. My role is finished here, so I'm just saying, unless you have any questions, I'll be more than willing to answer them. But they have plans going forward that they would just like to have a little quick conversation with you about, just to give you some input, and then we'll probably be back at some point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like we said, this was like meet and greet,
Yeah.
and you know, this is phase 1 and phase 2. So go ahead, tell them what you want to do.
Yeah, I think we're still figuring out the timing, but we are planning on, I don't know exactly when they installed the metal siding, but we don't really want to take off the siding until we're ready to really
course.
invest quite a bit in insulating everything and going back, restoring to wood. There are some sections of the house where there's wood, like on the patio, and where we can see underneath the siding, it looks like it's going to need some work. It's going to need some serious work. So, yeah. So the siding there, I think it looks like it's new wood siding. Whenever they did that, I think it might have been Kenny who did some of that siding work. So our plan is to just begin from the top and work our way down. We'll insulate the roof when we're up there. Then when we do when we take off the siding, we'll also insulate. And yeah, as much as possible. I grew up in or at least my family in historic homes, so there's kind of a commitment to restoring as much as possible to its original state. I can't quite tell and I think I saw some old black and white photos where I did actually find some where you can see the house from across the common. I think it was white, and if it was a parsonage, it probably was white. But the green, it's actually green underneath. There's like a lima bean green or something. Yeah, I don't know whose decision that was, so that they covered that with the sidings. So yeah, we're at some point we'll have to do some work. Some of the plaster ceilings and everything else will, as much as we can, we'll take it in phases and try and take off some of the plaster. But I think we're not quite committed to that work yet. And just trying to pace it out financially.
You might be surprised when you take the vinyl siding off. Sometimes people put it up just not to paint.
Yeah.
Sometimes you take it off, everything's been protected for years.
Yeah.
So
that would
sometimes
be,
it's like a pleasant surprise.
It is.
that would be really nice.
Yeah.
Fingers
Yeah.
crossed.
I'm a little
And
scared.
the other
with-
thing, you could put some AZAC in areas where you're definitely going to get water damage or whatever. Because I have a 300-year-old house, and I did the wood thing, and I'm already going back and having areas where I go, I wish I did do some AZAC. Because once it's painted, it looks just
I
as
don't
good.
know what AZAC is.
Composite material,
Oh,
plastic.
okay. Yeah. So we
AZAC
have some-
it's like Kleenex. The word Kleenex. From,
Yeah.
yeah,
True.
Kleenex is
Xerox.
tissue. you
Yeah.
know, but AZAC,
Yeah.
but we use Harvey plastic because it's Harvey
Yeah.
composite,
But
but it's plastic.
It's something that's not totally off the board.
I don't know, do I have any of my...
I have
Very-
sample.
and
I
there-
have
AZAC
some.
around.
Only because just as I love everything coming right back, but sometimes
Lighten
it's
up
just
my
like
words.
you feel like on certain issues with there's something's too close to the ground, and you just
Yeah, the woodpeckers don't like it.
Yeah.
it's something to think of. Believe me, we're all for wood.
Yep. Yeah. I
In
mean,
certain situations,
Yeah.
you know...
It's open. It's just something to think about if you do.
Yeah, keep it
If
in
you start seeing some wet areas where this is just going to be an ongoing battle.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah, there was some water damage that I haven't seen. I don't know if you've seen any while you're around, but it seems like it's done pretty well. So I haven't seen any of the rotting like that. But yeah,
He's committed.
I mean, I feel like if we'll do what we have to, but I'd like to see the house back as much as possible too.
It's nice.
His family's in Hingham, and they have. I've never seen it. But
Yeah. They have some totally restored homes, and even to the point where they did all the rebuilding without any screws or nuts or without any. Everything was just wood joints. So it's a fun project. I don't know that we'll go that far. I don't think we're quite on the salary for that kind of work. We're just trying to do our best to
Well, I
Can
think
you
it
just
sounds
real
good.
quick? Everybody's busy, but what's your history with this house? Because you seem to have
This
some
house?
experience.
Oh,
this is what I remember in my lifetime, was that house, the street next to it there is Burke Avenue. We always called it Brick Alley. And the house is, it's kind of a loop.
Yeah.
But that was all the property of the funeral home down at the edge. And Frank L. Burke. And the Ebbinges lived there when I was a kid. And they ran a leather company in Ipswich. And
So Frank L. Burke would mean Burke Street, is that?
Yeah.
There's still some Burkes who live on the street. There's
Donald Burke,
Yes.
Jr. His father used to be Mike Ketcher. But basically, no, as I say, Hayes Jewett lived there, and
It was a parsonage for which church?
Congregational.
The Congregational. Interesting, yeah. Did you know that?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
And
She's-
there was another one down on Hammond Street, which they tore down. And then there was another one used to be way down Hammond Street.
Is that the, yeah, because that's, I think this was the parsonage for the Congregational Church.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm trying to think who else lived there.
More recently, the
Time
Kennedys
goes right
and
by.
yeah.
Okay. Do we have any questions?
No. That's
Okay.
good. So, so reviewing for tonight's application, this is going to be a repair and replace of wood trim as you see fit, because you're going to be doing your analysis, and we are going to let you go for it wherever you need to do the repair and
Great.
replace. Okay.
Thank you.
And repairing the details as necessary with a wood or a composite fill.
Great.
Okay, painting, charcoal roof, and the skylights. This board is okay with the Belux BSSM06 solar skylights. They're very futuristic. 30-inch by 45 inches, and there'll be 2 of them side by side. You okay
Great,
with
yeah,
everything?
yeah, sounds
All right.
great.
Motion to accept this application.
So you're talking right up in there.
Yeah.
That's correct, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, gotcha. Okay, I'll take a motion to accept as presented.
I'll second.
I'll make a motion to accept
Oh,
as
no.
presented.
And Stephen.
Replacing the trim with wood.
Yes,
The
yes.
other 2
Oh, you could say
side-by-side
my
skylights.
Items.
And the new charcoal roof.
You got it.
Yes.
You got them all.
Okay, 100%.
Yeah, we're very
We're a little rusty.
Yeah.
We haven't been together for a while.
Oh, I'm glad you got a vacation.
And Stephen is seconding.
That's
Yes,
good for everybody.
seconds
Yeah.
it, okay.
Thank you very much.
Well,
Okay.
I wish you
We're
well.
super
Thank you so
pumped.
much. Pleasure meeting all of you.
Thank you for your service here.
Love
I
it.
appreciate
Yeah.
it.
I look at your house. I live across the green. I have the 2 noisy dogs.
Oh, yeah. Oh, the other
I'm Barbara. Hi. Nice to see you. Yeah, a long time ago. Good to see you. Yeah.
one.
Welcome. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you all.
Very well said,
Appreciate your
Shelley.
time.
It's really nice to meet you. Appreciate it.
Have a nice evening.
Thanks.
All right.
Photos.
Yeah, I'm going to keep them, unless there's any reason why you need.
I have copies.
All
Thank
right,
you.
thank you kindly.
Walmart.
Walmart.
Used to be Costco, not anymore.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you
Yeah,
for
nice
being
evening.
here. Great to meet you, and
Nice
we're
to
looking
meet you.
forward to this.
Yeah.
Us too.
Come back and see us.
We will, sure.
We'll come with our emotions.
Cool.
Take care.
Bye. Good
That's a
night.
great house.
Great house.
That's a great house. Yeah,
So
that's great.
I
Yeah.
love it. Okay, so Mr. Chairman, that is all of the items for this evening's agenda.
Well, thank you. And
So,
we're
good.
I'll bring up something else that you and I talked about once the camera's off.
So, would
Everybody say good night.
Mr. Chairman, we need a motion to adjourn the meeting because there are no other agenda items.
All right, then I'll accept a motion to adjourn the meeting because there are no other agenda items.
Okay?
All in-
I'll second that. How's that?
Well, somebody's got to make.
Well,
the
I
motion.
thought
You're
you
gonna
I
make
make the
that-
motion, we adjourn.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
I think we're gonna go back to school.
You guys, this, I
Well,
never
you get
got
rusty.
it. I
You
never
don't
did
wait
it
for a
right
couple
to
of
end. Ever,
That
ever.
was very good.
I thought we did it already.
Yeah.
Okay. Lynn?
Yeah, we're done, yeah.
We're up.
Mr. Chairman,
What
put
a
the
difference
cat out of the
between-
bag on TV. I want to talk about something when it's on TV.
What kind of a cat was it?
Well, I don't know. I think he was a big tabby cat. All right, go ahead, tell them.
Yeah, well, down at the Bradstreet Farm, if you go down Elmwood Lane, there's a lot of big containers along there that are on town property.
What is Elmwood Lane?
Bradstreet's Lane.
Oh.
That's the road. That's actually the road.
Oh, that goes to Mike Sabatini's house?
Yeah, because that road goes to
I think I noticed
the
it was like
gardens.
Oh, to the community gardens there. Okay.
Yeah,
So
But you go through the pillars, is that the
Yes.
beginning of it? Okay, and there's
I didn't even know.
containers there?
there's a large number of containers on the right, where the town has set aside a piece of land in there for duplex housing. And otherwise, whoever buys that land to build the duplex houses has to fix the road.
see them.
May
Oh.
bring it up to
Code.
highway
Code and everything,
specifications.
yeah.
which costs probably more than the project.
So the result is
On what?
nobody seems to say much about it, but it's there's a whole long line of metal
You're not seeing
containers.
the,
So
Well,
whose are
like
they?
the big storage
Those
containers?
still, from what I understand, those are for the school. Although,
For the school,
yeah,
All right, so I'll go.
Oh, equipment
I'll
storage?
bring the calculus.
they're storing
I'll talk to
all
you.
the stuff about the
Classrooms,
yeah the
Oh.
Pine Street. That's like their
tables,
Tables
Tables
chairs.
and chairs and stuff?
well, it's a construction.
That'd be it?
Yeah,
Well, is that property available for some kind of sale? That property where they could build
yeah, 2
duplex?
acres or something. There's a room there for a duplex.
And whoever buys that, so it's
Oh,
for
that's
sale?
okay. I took notes.
Okay.
I'm good.
Those
All right.
trailers are
I'll drop it off.
Oh, okay.
Pine
Yeah,
Grove
oh,
thing?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
that
where
was-
they're storing stuff.
That's the end of
Put
it,
it in my
yeah.
mailbox.
I thought that it was
That's
Sabatini
totally
doing
fine.
doing his
Because,
events.
I used to have
And he lets a cat out of the bag now and
Oh my
then.
God.
Because
Well, that's right,
it's like,
yeah.
one of the things they wrote for
Was it
that,
on
it
Melrose
was
or-
It was
not that they
sound,
needed his
sound was
permission.
horrible.
or anything, but
They
they
were
said
from
we're gonna
Melrose, and it was in
putting
what's the name of that town?
storage tank. Like if you look, you can see it's all construction material for the
I should know.
Yeah.
because I walk
Oh, I don't know, I just look over there.